Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope that you've had a lovely time, whatever you've been doing. This week, I'm going to be talking about New Year's resolutions. Of course, it's that time of year again where we're all starting to think about the year ahead, 2018. What have we accomplished this year? How is this year going to be different? In last week's video, I talked about freedom and what that means to each and every one of us, and how we can go about discovering what we really truly want in our lives. It's not an easy question for many people, and I covered that by explaining that the best way for us to figure out what it is we do truly want in our lives, we need to look at what we don't want in our lives. And the best way to identify what we don't want, which we all have a good idea of, is by listening to our feelings and our emotions and how we feel in certain situations. So I hope that is something that you have been practicing and really looking at this week and keeping a track of, because our emotions are the biggest clue to everything else as far as I'm concerned. This week, in regards to New Year's resolutions, I wanted to discuss, now that you are ideally at a point where you already know, okay, this is a list of the things that I don't want in my life, how am I going to take that into the new year with me? The majority of people, 92% actually to be precise, 92% of people that set New Year's resolutions for themselves, they fail. Why is that? The two biggest reasons why people fail at all their New Year's resolutions, probably the same ones that they're making year in, year out, is because they set so many for themselves. If you were to ask someone now, for example, what's your New Year's resolution, perhaps you've already had these conversations before now, with the new year approaching. It's quite common to say, what's your New Year's resolution? A lot of people will turn around and they will say to you, oh, well, I want to lose weight, I want a better job, I want to be in a loving relationship, perhaps if they're single, I'm going to stop eating junk food, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to get a promotion at work, I'm going to start my own business. They start coming out with this list of all these changes that they want to make, which that's great, that is amazing. However, when they try to do it all at once, they get overwhelmed. And when they get overwhelmed, they give up very quickly, because that momentum, that desire, that motivation and that passion has gone. It's completely gone. The second reason why 92% of people fail at their New Year's resolutions is because if they do have a specific goal, i.e. being on a diet and losing some weight, if they have a day where perhaps they cave and they end up eating something that they know they shouldn't, that they consider to be not a part of their new diet, they lose that will to keep going. They think, oh well, fine, I'm going to just give up. And they do. They give up so quickly and so easily. You might find that this year you're making New Year's resolutions for yourself that you set last year. I know I've had many years where I've just been setting the same New Year's resolutions and nothing's really happened. Nothing's changed, and it's just a constant theme in my life where, I'm constantly thinking I need to be more healthy, and then I try for a little while and then I lose that determination and that desire and I give up. Perhaps it is the same for you in all sorts of different things with your life. You find yourself setting the same goals over and over. From what I've discovered with myself firsthand, and this is something I talk about a lot in my ebook that you might have already started reading, that I sent especially to my subscribers of Think Tranquility, is that we need to start with baby steps. We need to start with where we are right now. And the biggest key to success that I have found with really making positive changes that turn into a reality and benefit our lives is by choosing just one single thing that is going to make the biggest, or have the biggest impact on your life right now, currently. What do I mean by that? What I mean is, what is the one single thing, i.e. confidence. Confidence could be something that you really want to work on and that you don't feel you have naturally. Now, if you were to say, I'm going to focus on being more confident, I'm going to set that as a goal for myself, and I'm going to keep going and I'm going to keep working at it. And even if I have a few setbacks and a few days where I lose all confidence and I fall back into that old mentality of not being confident and feeling insecure, keep going, keep working at it. That is my single one resolution. That's the biggest change that's going to be the key to everything else. Now, you imagine boosting your confidence, even by a few percent. What rippled effect is that going to have on all the other changes that you want to make in your life? And that really is the biggest breakthrough, is choosing that one single thing based on where you are right now. Okay, you might want to have a job promotion and earn, an extra 10 grand a year. That's fine. But what can you do right now, starting immediately, to set that ball in motion? All the bigger changes will inevitably unfold if you get that first baby step right. That's the one thing that people forget with New Year's resolutions and setting goals and wanting to create changes in general. I'm always looking at ways that I can be making these changes. It's not about doing it in the new year for me. I don't see why you have to wait for the new year. You could start right now, immediately. Tomorrow never comes. If we're ready to make changes and we have that desire within us to create big changes in our lives and seek freedom, true freedom for ourselves, whether that be financially, emotionally, whatever it is, we need to identify, as we discussed last week, that your emotions will guide you and let you know where the real negativity is lying in your life. And from there, you create that one singular change that you need to make in order to ultimately get where you want to be. That's the secret, and that is what I found is the one thing that consistently works. Over the coming weeks, I'm going to be doing a lot more videos, and based on my ebook, Your Passport to Freedom, I'm going to be delving into all the different subjects and topics that involve change and how you go from setting a goal, as of now, a New Year's resolution, a change, whatever you want to label it as being, how you go from that point to actually seeing it right through and all the obstacles that come up with that. Emotional, mental blocks, identifying what they are, fear, setbacks, self-sabotage. We're going to be covering all of it. In the meantime, I wish you all a very happy new year. I'm going to be sending out an article, just a mini article, some bits and pieces for you to read on Friday. So you can expect that from me then. And I will be sending out another video next week that will be talking more about the mind and how we can get our mind on side with the changes that we want to make, and how that one big change that we're focusing on, how we can really truly get the subconscious on board with that. So I hope you all have a lovely, happy new year. Good luck to you wherever you are for the new year. And let's start making these changes now by starting with where we are and what needs to happen first and foremost, because all the rest will naturally follow. Thank you very much and speak soon. Bye.